Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen. Podcasting since 2005.
Check it out.
You're listening to Gamertag Radio.
Back on the scene.
With your host, podcaster Hall of Famer Danny Pena, the always opinionated Parris Lilly, and from outside of the norm, Peter Toledo. This is Gamertag Radio.
Here we go.
Welcome to Gamertag Radio, episode 600. Yes, we finally hit 600. That's insane. Holy smokes. This is your host, Danny, and also we have the GTR crew, co-host of the show. Let's go with Parris.
Danny, I just have to say, I'm going to get all charming on you right now.
All right.
Congratulations on getting to 600 because I don't count. I ain't been around long enough to count for the 600. But you're the reason back in 2005 spamming on them Team Xbox forums to get me to start listening to Gamertag Radio. You're the reason I'm here today because you inspired me to become a podcaster and to get into this whole gaming community. And, you know, while we weren't working together at first, we were always friends. You were always there for me. You were always helping me along the way. And, you know, I just appreciate you, brother. And this is a big milestone for you and everyone else that's been a part of Gamertag Radio over the years. So congratulations, man.
Thanks a lot, man. And look, man, you guys are the reason why I'm still doing this. Believe it or not. And the community, man. You know, all the great feedback. And it's just been an amazing time, man, since I started with this, man. So, yeah, and also we have Pete in the house. Pete.
Yo. What's up, dude?
Good, man. Just I've been like searching for like old audio and stuff from back then, and I found some funny ones I'm gonna post throughout the show of us when we started basically podcasting. I have one of Parris from Uncle Gamer Radio days. I'm gonna put that on the show. And there's one that I'm still looking for that I sent it to Parris, I think sometime last year, that I found it. I don't know how. That he was saying that he was speaking way too fast. I don't know, maybe it's because he was nervous or what. But it's, do you remember that, Parris? Like when you first started?
I know what you're talking about. And it's funny because we'll have an interview that I just did later in the show where I'm not nervous, but I'm in a hurry. But instead of talking fast, I'm just talking really slow.
It's crazy that we finally reached 600th episode. I mean, if you count like throughout the years of all the E3 content, dude, we hit like probably like 1,000+ episodes. If you count everything, maybe even 1,500. Believe it or not, it's just been a crazy ride. You know, in the next few months, we're going to hit 12 years with GTR. And just want to say thanks to everybody that's been supporting us throughout the years. New, old listeners, people that have been taking breaks and they'll come back and listen to the show again. Those that probably send us hate mail throughout the years and they left and they came back and now they love us. Mm-hmm. You know, Parris found a voicemail, I think. Was it like a few minutes ago?
Yeah.
Of one person. What you were saying?
It was from April 2014. I forget his name already, but he was mad at me, Mandy, and Patrick because we were, I guess we were dissing Xbox or something. See, it goes all the way back then with Xbox One. I was still talking about it back then, and yeah, he was just mad, dude. He was not having it. So I wonder what he thinks now. If you're listening, send us another voicemail.
Yeah, right. Do you have it there? I'll play it.
No, I
play it.
I moved on. I was looking for
something.
I've moved on.
Just saying. I don't know. Anything else you guys want to say about that? You know, hitting 600, Pete? I mean, you've been doing this now a couple of years now, so
yeah, it's been a few episodes I've been on now. It's crazy because I know we were chatting about it offline and just hearing me as a guest, episode 95, like the sound, like you can tell over the years how the show has progressed and gone from, you know, like Danny doing interviews with his Xbox with his, what is it, the Xbox Eye camera.
No, actually, no. I started with cassettes back then.
No, I know, but I'm saying
when
from
Xbox Live started, I was using the Halo 2 lobby through Xbox Live. That's how we used to record interviews with the community members and stuff. Back
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, just the iteration through when I came on board, and that whole like you covering and interviewing, Peter Moore with your laptop, me and you doing a Halo launch, same way, running around with your old MacBook, the white one with the camera with a microphone connected.
Oh yes, this is before Twitch, before YouTube.
Like,
yeah,
seeing that iteration of how the show has grown, progressed, and improved throughout the year, just as a whole, it's amazing to see and be a part of that whole process. And I'm trying not to be the Charmin Parris here, but it's amazing that, and I'm just thankful that you've brought us all along on this journey with you, and we're just honored to be a part of it.
All right, so we're here in my little get together here with friends and family at my house for the Guitar Hero 2. And what the hell is this on my mic? Anyway, so I'll have here, present yourself, man.
Hey, what's up? Peter, go by THM Pete Rock on Xbox Live. How you doing, guys?
All right, so tell us about your clan, man, because I know I always get your message, man, about your latest updates going on your website. Tell us more about that.
Well, TeamHitman.com is a website pretty much for our GRAW2 gaming clan. We've been playing for a year together, and we started off as 6 friends who were just always happened to be in the same room together. And we just went from there and just started recruiting people to play. We play mostly first-person shooters, third-person shooters, Gears of War, GRAW 2, Rainbow Six, Chrome House.
Any other games besides, FPS games?
Well, we have a couple of people who, venture off. We have some people who, like, when they're not playing GRAW 2, they're playing, like, Final Fantasy or PGR 3, which is pretty much the main thing. And, but the main staple is front-person shooters or first-person shooters.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Oh my God. Everybody's getting all
happy,
all misty eye here. Yeah, all happy. It's all good. But look, man, I'm having a blast, dude. Honestly, the past few years, as like I've been noticing, we're getting better and better. Every time we release an episode, we get better. And dude, I've been having a blast, man. Throughout the whole 11 years, this has been like one of the greatest moments of my life, man. Just recording every week with you guys, with the former co-hosts, the old school days, Mandy, Patrick, Anna, Sai, feels good.
Yeah,
everybody, man.
Anna,
Anna, Angel Banjo, Butter, David to Sly, everybody, man. Dude, it's a long list.
Even JV.
Yeah, man. It's long time.
Yeah.
Man.
Hey,
So,
Danny, I got a question.
what's up?
Did we ever find Feels Good in West Hollywood that night at E3?
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
Is he still walking the streets?
All right, let me tell you. Okay, I hope everybody has like a crazy story because I have one. This is the craziest one I think for me. We were at E3 and Bethesda had a party and we were there, the whole crew. Parris was there too. All of us, we're hanging out. We're kind of drunk, 'cause we drank a little bit, This is during the time it was Santa Monica days, I think. That E3 left from LA and went to Santa Monica.
It was Santa Monica, yeah.
Yep. So we went to the party. We recorded. I actually have the original audio of us recording a round table that all of us was drunk. I never released the audio. I still have it to this day. So we were leaving. I was leaving with Anna, with Parris. Parris was taking us to the hotel. But when we were leaving, Feels Good, he was right next to me. And then I noticed the whole Xbox crew was going inside the venue. We were like, hey, Pete, and started saying what's up, talking to them. Then we kept on walking, and when I walked out, we're like, yo, where's Feels Good? We couldn't find him. He completely disappeared. We were looking for him for like over an hour, 2 hours, I think. We went to the hotel. I'm like, Parris, I don't know what to do. I woke up the next day. I get a call from Feels Good. He's like, yo, man, I'm in the room at the hotel room. I don't know how I got here, but I have a lot of chips, a lot of candy, and yeah, he just popped out of nowhere the next day. I was like, what? But I was nervous, dude. I was super, super nervous. I'm like, I couldn't find him and stuff, man. But that was one of my weird, strange stories from back then.
Agree. So can I cuss or not
Show us
cuss?
your anger.
Does that mean I can
Feels
cuss or
good.
not cuss?
Say it. Say what you want, Feels good. I know you got a lot of stuff inside of you right now that you can't.
Let
just
your anger out.
let it
Come
out,
on,
man.
Let it out.
I'll don't worry. I'll edit it out. I'll clean it up. Make it more rated G. But say what you have to say, man.
All right, but like put it after like the outro.
Yeah. It's gonna be outro. Go for it. Hit it.
All right, dude. Here's the thing. My problem with Guitar Hero 2 is that A, they're giving you Guitar Hero 1 songs, charging you way too much for them. They're going to do the same thing with the next download pack, and they're going to make you download 3 songs when you only want one of those songs. So you're going to have to download all the packs to get the 3 songs you freaking want. And then the other problem is that they're saying, "Oh,
Yo,
we're gonna
Feels good.
release
I'm sorry,
a
I
new
had to
game."
stop you. That's not hardcore enough, man. That's too clean, man.
Yeah.
I was trying to be
innocent.
clean.
Nah, clean, man.
Okay, fine.
Let's
I'll
go for it. You're
crazy.
doing over again, man.
Fine, I'll go Italian style.
Yeah,
for you.
go Italian, him. Si, senor.
No, you know what the problem with Guitar Hero 2 is that they're often offering all these download packs, and it's like I can get one song on a pack that I want to actually play. So in order for me to get the 3 songs I want to play, I gotta get the 3 packs and pay like $20, and that's bull. And then they're gonna do the same thing again with the next one. They're gonna also release songs that are available on Guitar Hero 1. It's just they're trying to screw people out of money. And then on top of that, they want to say, "Oh, we're gonna release a new Guitar Hero every year." Really? So you're basically gonna make me pay like $60 a year for your main disc, and then I'm gonna have to pay another $40 to $60 for all your downloads. You're talking about $100 a year if you want to play Guitar Hero. That's straight bull.
You're done.
One game, $100 a year. Are you kidding me?
That's a great deal.
That's a great deal, man. It's like
That's a deal. That's a deal if you're getting Halo every year with like 12 map packs. Maybe.
no. It's like Fantasy Star paying $10 a month.
Well, it's because it's music.
Oh, it's because it's music. Okay,
Yeah.
whatever. I don't buy it.
And that same E3, that's where the now, God, it's been almost 10 years running joke that Aaron Greenberg calls me feels good. That's where that comes from, because at the Microsoft party the next night, I'm with you, and he just assumed I was feels good, because that's like the first time I really met Aaron, and he just started calling me feels good. I'm like, no, my name's Parris.
It's like, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. That's old school.
Welcome to Play It, a new podcast network featuring radio and TV personalities talking business, sports, tech, entertainment, and more. Play it at play.it.
Take it out.
You're listening to Gamertag Radio.
Anything else, Pete, Parris, before we go to the next?
I don't know. I think the most memorable, one of the more memorable ones was CES. I think it was 2008.
I was going to bring that up. Yep.
And I think, what was it? They were Microsoft and Major Nelson was doing, we're going to do this big this Xbox meetup at In-N-Out in Vegas. And I was like, how do we make this memorable? And, as we're sitting there, everybody's, you have to understand, but there's maybe 30, 40 people as part of this big caravan of people within the for Xbox walking into this and literally taking over an In-N-Out. And we go there and I'm like, Danny's not here for something like this. How do we make this more memorable and bring him and make him part of this? So I'm running around with my camera and I'm recording nearly every single person in that restaurant, whether they were there as part of the Xbox community or customers or employees or whatever, anybody I could find, and having them say Danny's catchphrase, exclusive, because that was that's his thing. And, from Palladino was in it, everybody from the Gamerscore blog, Parris is in it, my wife, there's Major Nelson is in it. It was just a great, just little, opportunity to just get everybody. Actually, there was like 2 or 3 people from the PlayStation team that got involved and yelled it out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 people in there.
We should find it. I swear that video's on YouTube somewhere.
Oh,
Yeah,
it is.
It's on YouTube. It's
Yeah.
on YouTube. I'm going to convert it. I'm going to put it on the show. So
Vegas, we're in and out at some undisclosed locations, and it's exclusive.
Exclusive, baby. Gamercast Network, dog.
They say exclusive. Exclusive.
Exclusive.
Yeah. Exclusive. It's going to change video game history.
Parris, anything else? You have probably some stories.
Ah, man, there's so
Very quick.
There's so freaking many. I guess I keep keying on the thing with Pete because, and even the thing where you and I, like Sony at the Santa Monica E3 that year, it's just I wasn't even a part of Gamertag Radio. There were just so many times we'd meet up. Like, remember the thing came up on Facebook today, Pete, from the Modern Warfare 2 event.
Yep.
You know, you and I were at that together. I go, you know, there's so many memories that I can't pinpoint just like one singular thing, because I think that's the point, man. You've been doing this since 2005, and it's not just this passing fancy or this hobby anymore. You know what I mean? It's literally a part of our lives. Literally. I mean, 2 of my kids have been born during this time. My oldest is in high school now. She's about to start driving a car. You know, it's just, you know, the bulk of my marriage, I've been a part of this whole podcasting thing. And, you know, all you guys have been in my life during that period. That's what I mean. It goes from being just, a couple guys just getting together doing a podcast to where it's really family, dude. I mean, think about it. You and I were just together out here in LA. What was that? 2 weeks ago? Like a week ago? Whenever that was. And it wasn't even a big deal. You know what I mean? Because it's like we see each other enough. We talk all the time. Like I heard you on that podcast that you just did, that they interviewed you, you know, talking about podcasts and your history and everything. And I'm listening to that. And yeah, man, just all those memories just started flooding back in. Because like I said, you and Palladino doing that damn video, Lord of the Rings, that's what inspired me.
Today, we have the unique opportunity of bringing together a network of community members from the Xbox Live community who are pioneers. You know, some of them have their own websites, some of them are writers, journalists, we've got podcasters, and they're all inside, and we're going to go inside and talk to them and find out what it takes to build a community. Let's do it. So I'm here with Godfrey and Chris. Now, you guys both do podcasts, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been doing it for like a year and a half. I'm from Gamertagradio.com.
Gamertagradio.com. And where are you from?
Dreamstation.cc. And we've been doing the same. We've been doing about a year and 5 shows, give or take.
Yeah.
But they're 2 separate podcasts, right?
2 separate podcasts, but we're kind of attached to the hip because it's really getting to be the indie podcasts versus the IGNs and the one-ups and the corporately sponsored guys. Mm-hmm. So us as indies, we're trying to get a community of the podcasters, share information, share interviews, pimp each other's sites on the podcast, on the website, pictures and everything else to kind of battle against the big guy, you know, little guy versus...
I got to give a shout out to Gaming Steve. He's also here too. GamingSteve.com.
Okay, right on. And now, how did you guys find each other since you said you're indie?
That was a good question. Well, I've been visiting DreamStation.cc for like a long time, ever since Fantasy Star Online came out during the Dreamcast days. So I went there again to visit, and I saw that they had a podcast. So I was like, let me contact, you know, the staff members. And ever since then, we've been playing a lot of games on Xbox Live, and ever since then, you know, been cool.
You know, I think my best memory of you, not to cut it short for me, is from that time when you had the PMS Clan girls and someone else. You got them on talking about the Xbox 360 reveal before Microsoft was ready to announce it. And they were talking about Perfect Dark Zero and all that stuff from the reveal because they had taped it ahead of time and they were going to air it later on MTV. You know, I remember as soon as you posted it up, I ran in there to listen to it, and then Xbox made you take it down. You know, that's the kind of stuff that I remember, man. It's good stuff, you know?
Yeah. No, I have to say one story. I just remembered now. Back in the days, you know, there was a time that some PRs didn't want to invite us to a couple parties or a couple like media events and stuff, right? During E3.
Oh, I know what you're gonna say.
a little birdie told us, there's a Gears of War, I believe, Gears of War 2 party at E3. All the voice actors gonna be there, the devs, everybody. Cliff would be at that time, right? And I told Parris, yo, Parris, let's go there. Let's go. Let's do this. At that time, we were Xbox MVPs. And we went there. We didn't even mention that we were MVPs. We were like, yeah, like we straight up lied. We're like, yeah, Aaron Greenberg told us to come here for us to do an interview with the developers or something. I can't remember exactly what we said. Yo, me and Parris, we did like this acting thing that it was so perfect, yo. And then let us send. I mean, she looked at us and she knew, like,
oh, she knew, because she knew us.
The PR person.
Yeah, it was Angela. So, yeah,
Angela. She looked at us like, yo, these guys are straight up liars, but you know what? They're good. They're doing pretty good with it. I'm gonna let them in, and she let us in, man. We were hustling, man, to get that content. But I didn't even care about celebrity. I just wanted to get the content for the podcast, for our community,
But you know what, though, Danny? One of the greatest moments of my geek life happened at that party. Sitting there with a drunk John DiMaggio. He's the voice of Marcus Phoenix. He does Bender and all that, and he was doing drunk Bender cussing. To this day.
Yep.
Yep. It's the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. He was just doing Bender's voice and he was just dropping F-bombs left and right. I just want to go, hey, that's Bender.
That's all right. I get that all the time. Yeah, it's Bender. Yeah, it's the greatest gig in the world.
All right, this is Hit It.
Hey, this is Parris from Talking About Games with Godfrey from Gamertag Radio.
Hello.
And we are here with John DiMaggio, the voice of Marcus Phoenix for Gears of War 2.
All right. And also the voice of Bender, the robot from Futurama. He just can't seem to get over that.
You just did too.
Yeah, I do. Oh, boy. I didn't know a robot could fart. Yeah.
How was the experience with working on Gears of War 2?
Gears of War 2 was a lot of fun. Both games were a lot of fun. A great bunch of people to work with, great bunch of actors to work with, and just a lot of fun. I'm a big fan of the game, so I'm excited about the trilogy, because there's going to be another one. Like, I don't know if you know, but there's going to be another one.
Obvious.
Yeah. So you can't just have...
That's what John says. We'll see. The Xbox side says
we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
I was crying, laughing. And then, I can't remember his real name, but, Coltrane.
Coltrane?
He was just holding court in the corner, and everyone's just listening to this dude talk. And he was freaking swole, and just talking crazy. Just because what was the old commercial he used to do? The Larry office linebacker?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, Terry Tate office linebacker, Tate. Dude. He's crazy like that for real. That was hilarious, man. But yeah,
I remember that when we were interviewing John DiMaggio, he basically kind of leaked about working on the next Gears of War.
Gears 3. He was talking about the voice work for it. Yeah.
And the writer like, nah. He came in and he heard it and he basically, nah, that's not true. He's just drunk. He's just joking around. And I looked at Parris like, yo, I think he actually leaked it. That's hilarious. All right. So we're going to celebrate because there's a lot of emails, a lot of voicemails, and this is the time to celebrate. I know Parris has, some pretty good interview in a story about his trip and everything, but that's going to be for later. It's all about fan mail right now, so let's do this. Fan mail.
Fan mail at gamertagradio.com.
All right. So we have voicemails and emails. So let's start with the first one because Destiny just came out, and we're gonna start strong with Lauren. Lawrence is a huge Destiny fan, and she heard about GTR because I believe Parris was on the Garden Radio, and that's how she heard about GTR. So ever since then, she's been listening to the show. So let's play her audio.
Hey, Gamertag crew, it's Lauren. First, I just want to say congratulations on the 600 episodes. It's amazing. That's really amazing, and I can't wait to hear even more episodes past 600. So, my question for the crew is, I know that Xbox already has a Elite controller. So, where's PlayStation's Elite controller? I was really hoping that when the PlayStation network thing happened, that we were going to get PlayStation Elite controller with our PlayStation Pro or Slim. So, wonder where that is. I really hope that y'all have a great episode, and I can't wait to hear the many more to come. Thanks so much, guys. Y'all have a great one.
All right, so she mentioned about the PlayStation Elite controller. I know we talked about this. This is like part of our prediction way back. Never happened. But, Parris, there's something similar, the closest to the Elite controller that you have at your house, right?
Yeah, and I'm going to do the full review on that next episode. But, you know, and I think I mentioned it a couple episodes ago. When we're at Call of Duty XP, Scuff, they had a booth there. We got to talking to the people, and they sent me a Scuff controller for the PlayStation 4. So I've been using that now going on 2 weeks. I can't go back. I'll leave it at that. That is your PlayStation 4 Elite controller if you want to get an Elite controller for that. And look, and price wise, it matches too, because this thing's about what I expected out. It's about $200, but I absolutely love it. I'll talk about it more on the next episode. But because Lauren left us a voicemail, and like she said, she originally heard when I was on Guardian Radio. I was listening to Guardian Radio earlier this week, and she had the fail of ultimate fails because they were doing a call-in show, and people obviously left their number, and then they would call them, and they'd be on the show, and they can ask whatever question they want about Rise of Iron. And she didn't pick up the phone, so it went to voicemail. So then they just freaking left her a long joke voicemail. It's funny. Then, yeah. So she tweeted at me about something. I asked her, and she confirmed it was her. That was hilarious. But
That's funny.
Lauren, again, thank you for the voicemail and everything. We really appreciate it. But yeah. And I have to admit something, Pete. And Danny don't care, but Pete might care, and other people listening to us might care. I left the Gamertag Radio clan. I'm no longer in the Gamertag Radio clan on Destiny.
Wow.
I joined.
Wow.
I joined the Guardian 1 clan. So I joined those guys.
Wow.
That's my new clan
He basically grabbed the knife and went, screw you guys. I'm going to join the other one. The other crew. It's all good. It's all good.
Pretty much.
It's all good. But you're still with us, though, right?
On both consoles.
Paris is like, I already recorded 600 episods. I'm good. I'm gonna go to the next.
I'm jumping ship. F these guys.
All right. So you want to read any emails before we go to the next voicemail?
So this email is from Mario, and he's emailed us plenty of times before. I think it's like from Italy or something like that. Mario, I guess that makes sense, right? But title of this is Little Johnny. And he says, stop trying to figure out what little Johnny's going to do, Parris. He's going to get one of these in the end anyways, LOL. And it's a picture. Obviously, this is radio, so you can't see it. But the picture is a microwave that kind of looks like a raggedy PC. I had to read that because Mario's always taking little shots at me, I noticed lately. I know he does it out of love, but I'm going to get you, Mario. Thank you for the email, Mario.
All right, so this is another email. This is from Charles. He wrote, Danny, great news. I'm sure you heard the hinting of the price from Microsoft, quote unquote, interesting conversation for a different day. I believe he's talking about Albert Pinello.
Oh, I know exactly what he's talking about. Yeah, continue. Right. Sorry.
So he wrote, pay a low price on Xbox Scorpio, $399, and sign a 2-year Xbox Live subscription. Some people will not pay for Live and PlayStation Network. They may get people to only have one. And if you only have an online console, you will buy your games there. Your dreams lives.
Guys, let me dream. Yes, let me dream.
I have a dream.
Let me dream.
Well, thanks.
Oh, okay. I have to address this because people love to be tweeting at me with their little snarky stuff and then sending these emails. See, let me tell you something. If you think this Scorpion, whatever the heck, Mortal Kombat machine, whatever it's called, Scorpion. If you think that thing's going to be $399 in November of 20,000, good
20,000, yes.
Wow, 20,000. Wow, we're in the future. We're like episode 2 million right now.
November 2017, you're insane. See, if you notice, that was marketing speak from Albert. He dodged the question. Oh, that'll be an interesting conversation for a different day. It ain't like he said, oh, yeah, we're going to be on par with the PlayStation Pro. He didn't say that at all. This thing will not be $400. You can have all the dreams you want, but the reality next year will be $500. I'm just telling you. Yeah, I'm sticking to it.
Vaporware? Is this vaporware or no, Parris?
until we see a dev kit, until we have a reveal, it's vaporware. And I'm sticking to it. Look, we know it's coming. Look, the thing's going to be a monster. I don't think anyone's denying that at all. My only thing is, if you think you're going to get the discount double check on the Scorpion, you're sadly mistaken. That's not going to happen. You're going to pay.
Scorpion.
If you want a true 4K gaming monster that is on par with high-end PCs that are in the market at that time, you can't get a discount on the price at the same time. And once again, I forget who brought this up to us, might have been Twitter, email, or whatever. You also have to throw in, not only is Microsoft not going to take $100 loss per unit, you also, Pete said this on the episode I wasn't on, the R&D costs, the marketing costs, all that stuff factors in, man. There's look, this thing comes in at $399. I will be floored. I will be shocked. I will stand up at that media briefing and I will applaud Microsoft.
You were supposed to do that last time and you didn't do it.
Yeah, and you did it. No, he did. He did.
I'm about to say, what are you talking about? Look, if you want to get real, remember Aaron Greenberg?
I know, Aaron, he turned around.
He texted me and he saw me standing up and cheering. So don't tell me I didn't do that because I absolutely did.
For those that are saying that Parris is an Xbox hater, that's a perfect
what you
example
should
right
do.
That he just got up and gave him props.
You should bring your 1080 to E3, and if they do that,
smash it.
Snap it and throw it on the stage and be like, thank you.
Let me tell the truth right now. Let me tell the truth on something. If you think I'm really going to take my 1080 GPU and sling it across the street, you've lost your mind. That was called theater. I'm not doing that. but again, but the interviews that Albert Pinello's been doing on here, because he did one with Eurogamer, he did one with USA Today, and I think someone else talking about this stuff. It's going to be competitively priced, but $399, you're basically saying it's going to be the same price as the PlayStation 4 was when it launched, or it's going to be like the Pro. That's coming in November. I don't see it. If it's going to truly be what they say it is, there's no way it's going to be that price. I refuse to believe anything different until I'm proven wrong.
Hey, Albert, we're waiting for you. We're waiting for you, Parris, Pete. Let them know, man.
Definitely need to get him back on the show.
Yes.
It's been a couple of years now. There's been some turnaround and there's been some improvements, and we have questions.
Yes, we have a lot of questions. So
and I'd also
join the movement.
I'd also like to throw in, he kind of dodged the question on 100% confirming that there was going to be a 4K Blu-ray player in the Scorpion 2. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think the phrase was, you can assume that would be our intent, but we don't have anything specific on that.
And can I say one other thing too, and I'll shut up about this? Can people
shut up.
Yes, I know. I should shut up. But Twitter is hilarious to me. People mad at me like I'm the president of Sony and I'm the one that took the 4K Blu-ray player out of the PlayStation Pro. I don't own. Look, do I think they should have one in there? 100% I think they should have one in there, but I also understand why they don't. And the people yelling at me about, well, it's not going to be the compression and all that. It's not going to be the same quality as if it was on a physical disc. Of course it's not. I'm not saying it would be. I'm just telling you what their strategy is. And then Andrew House even addressed it even more. They're taking a calculated risk by doing it. And I don't think it's the right one, in my personal opinion. But, like it or not, the future is not physical media, and people need to just simply get over that. And not to mention that 4K Blu-ray player in the Xbox One S is garbage. Go to AVS forum. Hey, if you don't believe me, go into AVS forums and watch people complain about it all day. It's not that great of a Blu-ray player. There, I said it.
It's only $299, Parris.
I am not. I'm just saying. People acting like it's the second coming of Christ. I'm just letting you know.
But see, that's only for techies that are going to be seeing that. The regular little Johnnies of the world are not going to care about
Mario.
that.
Buy microwaves.
Buy a microwave. Hey, Pete, you want to read an email?
Yes, I want to read this next one from Rafe. See, I know your name. I can pronounce it correctly. Rafe from Perth, Australia here. Just wanted to give you guys some love and respect for the 600th show. It's an amazing feat what you've accomplished. Podcasting that many episodes is nuts. Going on 12 years. I can't believe you guys do this twice a week and have been going strong for so long. all that stuff that happens outside of your podcast, and you're always there for us. We all appreciate what you do and look forward to the podcast each week. Keep it up. Congrats, guys. A question for you all. What game are you anticipating the most for the remainder of 2016? And yes, Destiny is already out. What a shame, Pete and Parris. Smiley face. So,
all right, I'll go first. First. I hope they released this Xbox game. Man, the one that looked like a cartoon. Oh my god, I always forget.
You were so amped to jump into this one, and you just
no, Cuphead. My bad. There you go. I would like to see Cuphead finally release this year. I'm excited for that. Every time I'm about to play this game at E3, something happens, an exec comes or something that I have to like stop and get ready for the interview. So I never had a chance. Also, I'm very curious about the Dead Rising game. I'm kind of curious about that. Very curious. So we'll see if it's good or not. So
all Microsoft titles. You surprised, Parris?
Well, what do you want me to say? I mean, I have my Steam there, and there is no major exclusive. Bright. I mean, what else do you want me to get from PlayStation 4 for during the holidays? Nothing's gonna come out to like next year. The games that I want to buy. So
I know a game you could get.
Oh, I'll tell you this: I'm definitely buying the Nintendo Classic. That's for sure. Day one. There you go, Pete.
The emerald shines bright within you.
Okay.
Let him dream.
Go ahead, Pete. Go ahead. Your turn.
Okay. So, me personally, I'm very looking forward to Titanfall. Obviously, Destiny's already out, and it's already ruined sleep patterns for a lot of people. Res Infinite for PS4. I'm interested to see what and how that's going to play with PlayStation VR. So yes, there is a PlayStation option for you, Danny, if you chose.
I don't have Pro, so I'm not buying that VR stuff. But go ahead.
Okay. I'm kind of curious with Watch Dogs 2, and I know I can't wait to, everybody will hear Parris's review later on in the show.
Not review, hands-on impressions, Pete.
Hands-on impressions, sorry.
There you go. Yes.
I think that's about it. I'm not sold on Last Guardian. It does nothing for me. It doesn't tug on the heartstrings, or I don't feel any requirement to jump into that. I just, I don't see anything. And apparently I have a code for Divinity Original Sin 2, which releases at the end of the year. It's way outside of my comfort zone because it's like a turn-based RPG or whatever. So that's going to be a slow crawl, and hopefully have a review for you guys out soon. Also, you know what? I forgot to mention Yakuza 6.
Oh, okay. All right.
Another PlayStation 4 title there, Danny.
Good for you, man. What about you, Pete? I mean, Parris.
Outside of the usuals, Battlefield 1, Titanfall 2, like Call of Duty, Gwent, that's on my list. I can't wait for the Gwent to come out, I think end of October. I know they're about to do a stress test beta here in the next week, I think it starts on the 22nd. Whatever, people can, if they go to the official site, they can check that out. That's really it. To be perfectly honest, Gears 4 obviously is another one. That's about it that I can think of. I'm with you. I can't wait to get that Nintendo Classic. I want to revisit some of those old games. I'm very curious but I don't think I'll do it in 2016. I'm very curious to revisit The Last of Us remastered in 4K on the PlayStation 4 Pro. I'll do that at some point. But I don't know if I'll get to it this year, but I'll definitely do it by the beginning of next year. Yeah, that's about it, really. I would say of all those games, the one that I'm most anticipating, because I'm just curious where the direction they're going to take the story, is going to be Gears 4 of all of those. On the multiplayer side, I'm very curious about how Battlefield 1 is going to play on multiplayer. I'm pretty sure. I feel like I know what I'm going to get out of Titanfall, and I know what I'm going to get out of Call of Duty. But those other ones, that's going to be the wild card.
Did you get a chance to play the beta at all?
No, but I heard great things about it, and I'm actually glad I didn't play the beta. So it's like, because I'm going to get it. So I didn't need the beta to sell me. So I'll be very curious when the final product comes out to jump into it and play it.
Have you seen any of those glitch videos on the internet?
Oh yeah, they're hilarious.
Hilarious. Yeah. No, but I'm very curious about playing with PC gamers with, while I'm on Xbox One, like let's say for example Forza or Gears. I'm curious to see how that's going to work, playing with PC gamers online, so that's going to be cool. So, all right, so we're going to have we have another voicemail here. And all right, this is from, you want to play number 2 or 3? Which one I should pick?
Well, 3 is the actual question. 2 is just a thanks.
Okay. Let's play number 3.
Hey, Gamertag Radio. This is Sonny in Oregon. First off, just want to say congratulations on 600. That's quite the accomplishment. I don't think anybody truly understands how much of an accomplishment that is unless you've kind of done some podcasting. I've done like 3 or 4 different types of shows, and the highest we ever got is 32. They say if you get past 7 episodes in podcasting, you're going to stick around for a while. So congratulations. You have 593 reasons to say you guys are going to stick around for a while. I'm blown away by 600. The amount of dedication it takes to, let's record on Saturday. Okay, Saturday works for a few months. Hey guys, my schedule changed. Can we record Monday evenings? All right, you record Monday evenings. Hey guys, wife needs to do some Monday evenings. Let's record Sunday nights. And then all the editing, everything that goes into it. I'm truly blown away. 600 is intense. On top of that, you have a quality show. I look forward to it every week. My last statement or question, I guess, is when you guys first started, back when episode 1, I know it was around probably 2004, 2003, somewhere around there. What games and what systems were you talking about back then? Thanks, guys. Keep up the great work. Bye-bye.
All right. So he's talking about our dedication, podcasts and everything. And the question is, what games or system we were talking about at that time we were podcasting? So for me, pre-GTR, it was Dreamcast. And it was Phantasy Star Online, and then the original Xbox and GameCube, right? Then during the time of GTR, it was all about Halo 2 and Xbox One. Actually, the first original Xbox. And then around that time, too, I think Phantom Dust was coming out. And that was like my first interview that I had on our show from a fan site that was all dedicated about Phantom Dust. Around that time. So yeah, that's what we talked about. So, but we did all the launches for the launch of Xbox 360. We had people at 0 Hour. We were at the Best Buy store and everything like that. So yeah, that was the games that we talked about during 2005. So Pete, what were the games that you talked about when you started podcasting?
Ghost Recon. Anything that had a gun was pretty much everything that was on my plate around that time. That was when I was in, my gaming clan, Team Hitman, rest in peace. Yeah, that's pretty much, that was my thing, besides, doing IT and trying to raise my son, was just anything that had it was a first or third person shooter. Shout out to, people in the industry who we've played with online. The old Sarcastic Gamer, versus GTR clan battles that we used to have. Those were
fun.
Those were amazing. I think somebody asked that to see if we could maybe rekindle that in either Battlefield or Titanfall or something. That would be pretty interesting to see if we could do that, or hell, even maybe in Call of Duty with Infinite Warfare. That'd be pretty interesting.
Yeah, right.
If we could do something like that. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I wasn't into podcasting when you were obviously doing that. And that's. It would have been interesting to have been involved in all of that at the beginning, but I'm gaming in that time was for me all first and third person shooters.
Right. And what about you, Parris?
Well, 2006, that would have been at that time Uncle Gamer, so that would have been Gears. I would have been anticipating Gears of War. Matter of fact, going down memory lane, I went to the launch event for Gears of War because it was out here in LA at the Hollywood Cemetery. And that was my first gaming event as a podcaster. I remember that because I recorded the audio, like I did like some kind of little interview, like I was there live or whatever. And it was bad. Oh, it was some of the worst audio ever. It was horrible. I didn't have any kind of real equipment or anything. It was absolutely terrible.
Hello? Hey, Vicious. This is Liquid calling again. It looks like your call dropped on us. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm like huddled off in a corner right now. I think when I moved to try and watch somebody play multiplayer, it cut out on me.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Oh no, we're going to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles there. So we'll be good.
So, yeah. And look, and I may or may not have met a certain someone at that event that may or may not be the creative director on the sequel for the game I play all the time. But what do I know? I don't know.
All right, cool. All right, so let's you guys want to read your email? 1 or 2 emails before we go to the next topic and stuff. So we have so many, but we're gonna read more for episode 601. So all right, go for it.
This is kind of long, so I'm gonna try to paraphrase this. This one's actually targeted at Parris. The subject line is why people get mad at Parris and ask him to buy Xbox. Here's why. Hey, GTR crew, let me tell you why. Out of all GTR crew members, Parris is the only one who gets targeted by people nowadays on Twitter. People who are targeting Parris are mostly Xbox gamers right now, and they started targeting Parris specifically after this year's Microsoft E3 press conference. Actually, I disagrey. I think they've been targeting before that, but for the sake of the discussion and the fan mail, we'll keep going. Since Microsoft announced Play Anywhere programs, PS and PC fanboys are constantly targeting and making fun of Xbox gamers on various forums by saying that Xbox lost all of their beloved exclusives and system is completely worthless and all. Some people on forums are using you guys, pointing at us, as an example to make fun of Xbox gamers. I saw a post on Reddit and IGN forums where PC fanboys were making fun of Xbox gamers by saying that the GTR podcast, which used to be a hardcore Xbox podcast, now bashes Xbox all the time, and one GTR member, Parris, even sold his Xbox and bought a PC and 2 PS4s and a Pro for himself because he also sees Xbox as a totally worthless console.
Wow. Keep on.
All right.
Yeah.
When they see posts like this on popular gaming forums, some hardcore fans get really mad. So they target people like Parris, who sometimes in a taunting way say that my PC is my Xbox now. I don't need Xbox. Microsoft is not giving me any reason to buy an Xbox as all Xbox games are on PC. This makes some hardcore fans really mad because PC and Sony fans use this to attack and bait Xbox fanboys, and frustrated Xbox fanboys get angry and attack public figures and other media people like Parris to vent out their anger and frustration because they know they can't win against PlayStation 4 fanboys who always bring their exclusives into the argument. Xbox fans can't boast their exclusives as all Xbox games are on PC now. I used to be a hardcore Nintendo loyalist, not me, the writer. People know this. And couldn't handle anyone making fun of my system. I attacked and abused and even punched my elder sister when she said NES is a useless toy. Now I'm a completely different person and not attached to any consoles as I own every one now. Hardcore fans who can't afford all systems get mad when they lose something which was exclusive to them. PlayStation fans will react and attack in the same way if tomorrow Uncharted 4 is on PC. Same goes for Nintendo fans. So this should not surprise Parris at all, because this will happen no matter what. Just be careful what you say on the podcast, and don't say anything in a taunting way. So there you go, Parris. This is why people get mad at you and constantly ask you to go for the Xbox S or Scorpio. Thanks, and keep up the good work.
Am I supposed to respond?
I don't know, but I almost expected you to fall asleep because that was really long.
I just want to say thank you, Parris, for making people talk about us in different forms.
You were the catalyst.
Look, and I read that email earlier in the week, and thank you for the email. End of the day, do I care that people get grumpy with me? No. Like I've said in the past, as long as you don't get all personal and insulting, you can disagree with me and get mad with me all you want, but I'm still just going to speak my mind. It's what I think, and that's really what podcasting and all this is about, right? We're just giving our opinions, just an opinion. And I'm not saying I'm right. I'm wrong. Hell, I'm wrong all the time. Look, I guarantee you, if the Scorpion is $399 or Danny's Dream $350 a year from now,
Scorpion. I say $350, $399.
It'll break Twitter. My Twitter account will freaking snap in half with all the people going, I told you, you were wrong. Scorpion, whoosh, or whatever, right?
Scorpion.
But the thing about it is, if I am wrong, that's a good thing that I'm wrong, because as gamers, we all win, right? You know, but I just don't think that's going to happen, for example. And I understand that Xbox gamers get upset because, and that's why I talk about the whole silly brand loyalty thing. You're loyal to the brand. You want justification to the money you spent on your device. But the thing about it is this: what I say shouldn't matter. It's your money, right? You spent it, right? You're having fun, right? Why do you care what a grumpy old 42-year-old from St. Petersburg, Florida got to say? It shouldn't matter. You know, enjoy what you have, you know, and it's like I keep saying, it ain't like I hate Xbox, because guess what I'm doing right now as I'm talking? I literally just installed Forza Horizon 3 for the PC, and it is in 4K 60 frames per second, which is all I keep talking about, right? So I'm finally living the dream. Me and Danny can do multiplayer later. You know what I mean?
Guys, let me dream. Yes, let me dream.
I have a dream.
Let me dream.
That's what it's all about. I'm still playing an Xbox game. I just don't have the Xbox console. So at the end of the day, it really shouldn't matter, right? And then when Gears come out, we'll do the same thing when Gears come out. So it's all good. That's how I look at it. But I do appreciate his email, and I do appreciate him breaking it down like that, because there's a lot of truth in it. I get it. But I can't let what other people think about me dissuade my opinion. If that's what I think, then that's what I'm going to say. You know, I'm not going to change my opinion just because people are mad at me.
Yeah. And honestly, I've never heard Parris said something like, "Oh, Xbox is useless. I don't want to play Xbox games anymore. I'm done. I'm completely done. I'm just going to play PlayStation 4 and PC, and that's it." Well, no, you know, he actually said, "Look, I want to upgrade. I want to have a powerful, device that I can't do it on my console. Have a PC, play 4K, play my Xbox game there." And I'm still going to be playing with Godfrey and P and Mandy and everybody else and even the Xbox GTR community that have Xbox Live.
Oh, not anymore. Not anymore, because he left that clan.
Well, yeah, that's true. Well, well, actually, that's from PlayStation 4 Destiny version. Yeah, but yeah. Like Parris never said. Like I've never heard Parris say that. He's just like, "Look, I'm moving on, and I want to have a powerful console. You could call this whatever, and that's it." So, more power to you, Parris. Well, you could join any other groups out there and leave
don't
GTR
come crying back. We won't let you
back. By the way, I wasn't going to address this, but I am going to address this on the podcast now because we're on this subject. When I talk about people being mad at me or whatever, there's a difference between saying, "Hey, Parris, I think you're wrong. You're a dummy for that. You're gonna do this eventually, whatever." I get that thing. You'll see. You can say those kind of things, but when you email us and you literally tell me I hate something when I've never said such a thing, and then I respond back to you and say you were only hearing what you want to hear, and then you respond asking for my resume, why would I ever want to work for you? Why would I ever want to work for someone that doesn't listen to me? Think about it. So you know who you are. Don't ever email me again saying crazy stuff like that, because why would I want to work for someone that can't even listen to what I say on a podcast? Thank you. I'm done.
Wow. Just a mic drop. One more email.
This one, it's more of it's not really a question, but I had to address it because it targeted me. I have other statements and questions, but I'll save them for another time as I am currently at work. I recently started playing Destiny again because it was brought up so often on your podcast.
Yeah!
I am more of a casual gamer for this title, but my main issue is just how solo the experience feels. Even when randomly paired, almost no one talks, and since most of my friends are PC gamers, I'm on my own. I was wondering what you guys do for teams on the game. Do you have your own group/clan? Do you play with real-life friends and coworkers, or do you just randomly set up with PSN friends? I shot a friend's request over to Pete to ask him these things, but he probably passed on it. Great show, guys. I look forward to future episodes. And then he followed up. I realized after sending my email that I put no information in it. My name is Alex. PSN is publishing, and I'm a listener from Delaware. So we got the email. Danny and Parris saw it, and they're like, "Oh, see, Pete is a scumbag. He just ignores when listeners send him friend requests." So I took that to heart, and I went through my PSN, and I saw no friend requests from publishing. And so I went back and forth, and we went back and forth, me and Alex, and apparently his smartphone changed his PlayStation ID. It auto-corrected to the word publishing, so that's where the confusion started. And then him and we've played a couple of games. We spent probably an hour and a half playing on PlayStation on the Crucible and doing various things. We had a lot of fun. As far as who do I play with, or who do we play with, obviously the people that I'm going to play with most often are going to be Parris and the rest of the monkey squad, as I like to call them internally, which is people on the internet that are pretty much in our small circle of gaming friends. I do play with some coworkers. We actually probably spend a lot more time talking about Destiny than we should. But yeah, I play with coworkers, and then obviously when I'm doing strikes, or I just want to play play solo, I'll jump onto just strikes and just shut off my headset and just play with the TV audio. But I do agree, PlayStation seems to be a little bit more anti-open social, but I don't know if they do that by design, because as experienced on Xbox, there is a lot of mindless chatter, and sometimes it might be easier to just mute that up front by the system and then force them to open it up from a person-to-person perspective. I don't know, Parris, do you have a thought on that?
Well, my thought is this. I might have called you a scumbag, but now that I'm thinking about it, he sure as heck didn't send me no friends request, so maybe I'm the scumbag in this scenario. I mean, we were having fun with that earlier in the week, but now I do get it when it comes to Xbox Live. Xbox Live is the more social experience. There's just no way around that, and it is the superior online product. I play on PlayStation Network because the game that I like to play most online is on, the exclusive content or whatever for Destiny is on PlayStation, so that's why I chose to be there. It is what it is. Sony has a long way to go to catch up to where Microsoft is as far as stability goes, as far as the various options goes, the audio quality, the size of the party chat, the list goes on and on. I mean, they're taking steps towards that, obviously, with the new 4.0 update that came out. But if I had to choose, and you could say I could only have one, and the game didn't matter, I'd choose Xbox Live. It is a better service, for sure.
Here's the thing, guys and gals. When I say this, Emerald talk, but when they say it, it's normal talk. I just find the whole thing very strange, but okay.
It's not strange.
You guys.
It's not strange. It's because we broaden our horizons and you just love green, shiny things.
No, that's not it. I said the truth, and I've been saying since day one about Xbox Live, but no, Emerald talk. But it's okay. It's okay. All right, so we're going to review now Forza Horizon 3, and once we come back, Parris has a pretty cool story about his trip to San Francisco. So we'll be right back after this.
Welcome to Play It, a new podcast network featuring radio and TV personalities talking business, sports, tech, entertainment, and more. Play it at play.it.
Send us your feedback or questions. Give us a call at 786-273-7GTR. Email us at fanmail@gamertagradio.com or leave a message on speakpipe.com/gamertagradio.
Hello, Gamertag Radio. This is Evan Borgo, better known as the King Baby Duck from the Electric Sisterhood and Boston Bastard Brigade. I want to give you guys a big congratulations for reaching episode 600. Guys record a lot. I mean, seriously, every time when I'm at E3, I see you guys face first into microphones. It's just crazy and baffling how much you record. But what's great about Gamertag Radio is you guys are just amazing with just touching on every single interesting aspect that the video game industry has to offer. So to be able to do that for 600 episodes straight, well, dudes, I gotta tip my hat to you. And once again, congratulations to all of you over at Gamertag Radio. And from the bottom of my heart, Thank you for inviting us from time to time to take part in your insanity. So, until we meet up once more, have yourselves a great day.
Back on the scene. This is Gamertag Radio.
There's been a lot of racing games throughout the years that I've been playing, and I like them. Some very successful, some were like really, really bad. But there was a couple games that really stood out throughout the years for me. One was Project Gotham Racing 2. Another one, Burnout Paradise, classic game. And let me tell you, I think this game right now that I've been playing for the past couple weeks now, Forza Horizon 3, is the next one for me. This video game has been developed by Playground Games and also published by Microsoft Studios. This is also one of the games that is part of the Xbox Anywhere program, where you could download the game through the Xbox, and you could also play this on your PC through Windows 10. Now, I started to become a fan of this series, I believe, since Forza Horizon 2, the last game. I really completely ignore the first game years back when it was on the original Xbox 360 and stuff. And this game, it's so good. I believe that this could be one of the best racing games that I played in years, since maybe Burnout Paradise. Now, what makes this so good? First of all, 4-player co-op where you could play with 3 of your other friends and play the campaign. And whatever you do throughout the campaign co-op mode, it will save, and you could use that, and it will be part of your profile record. Now, this is one of the biggest Horizon ever. It already has 350 cars, and you're exploring Australia. Now, the thing that I like about this is that the environment, the design, it is breathtaking. This was so well designed that I love just driving around. Sometimes I won't care about racing. I would just want to travel and see how the country is, and the soundtrack is amazing. One of my favorite ones is Horizon Block Party. That station is all about hip hop, so you get to hear like Beastie Boys, Jurassic 5, even Ghostface is in the soundtrack too and everything. So the DJ, they interact with you. They will say, "All right, we're gonna play this song skills, blah blah blah," and you will see an icon on top while you're driving. And if they play that song, now your XP, you will get even more. Now, basically, whatever you do in the game, you will get more, because that will help you also to spin the wheel, and it will help you get more money and everything. So I take advantage of that. I start drifting. I start doing all kinds of stuff, man. Crashing to like trash or passing by very close to the cars and everything. Another thing too, Drivatars, they're here. Once again, you will get to see your friends or people that you follow through Xbox Live. If they do play this game, you'll get to see not only this game, but the past Forza games. You will see them online through your world and stuff. And it feels like you're not playing alone. You some of them, you could tell if they also are on a high level. Like there's a couple people that have been playing this game now for a couple of days, and I got to see them, their Drivatar throughout the world, and I could see like their ranking, everything. And at the same time, when let's say you do a speed test, another one, the fastest in a different location, and so on. Or if you discover a new location, you'll get to see you and somebody really close to you when it comes to like they will compare like their stats depending on what it is. So you will also get to see people that is also part of your club. So there's people already that are part of the Gamertag Radio Club. Make sure to join in. And I get to see their stats and everything, and it's really, really cool. I believe up to 1,000 people could join that club. Now, this game, you could customize like crazy. One of the things that I like about Horizon Blueprint, this is where you could create and also share with others your custom race events, championship, bucket list challenge, and everything. and you can share this with everybody. Anybody that has this game. This looks really, really cool. The water puddles and just the water when it's raining, everything. It looks so good. And two, there's a lot of new ways to play this game too. There's where you could do jumps, you could do drift zones, which is also very, very challenging depending on the area. Danger sign, all type of stuff too, man. I know I mentioned about the soundtrack. So there's 8 different radio stations, all type of music, rock, hip hop, all that. And you also could create your own station using your own music with groove music. So you could also test it out. Make sure to check it out. I've been testing that thing out. It's really, really cool. Basically, this game, there's so many things to do in this game. I think it's a game of the year contender because, with $60, nowadays I'm really, really picky on buying games and stuff. But you know me, I keep it real. This game is a must-have if you're an Xbox One owner. This to me is one of the greatest racing games that I've seen in years. It could be even for this generation. And if you're a fan of Burnout Paradise, Project Gotham Racing 2, so on, you should definitely try this game. I think it's a lot of fun, and I think this is one of those games that people are going to be talking about from years from now. So definitely, if you're a fan of Forza, or you kind of took a break from Forza, make sure to try this game out. Go online, download the demo, test it out. It's a pretty cool demo, but let me tell you, that demo is short compared to what you could do in this, man. So get the retail version. It's a must-have in my opinion, man. I love this game, and hopefully I'll see you online. Add me, Gamertag Godfrey, Godfree, and also if you have the game, join our Gamertag Radio Club. We would love to play together. Let's do this, and I'll see you online. See you in Australia. Peace.
Back on the scene. This is Gamertag Radio. Voicemail at 786-2737-GTR.
All right, so that was a Forza Horizon 3 review. I know people are probably going to say I'm crazy, but it's by far the best racing game that I ever played since Burnout Paradise. Hands down. So if you're listening, you would like to join the GTR club, not like Parris joining other clubs, you could join Gamertag Radio, search for us online, and you could definitely play with me and play with other GTR community members and stuff. So, yeah. By the way, if you have a PlayStation 4 and you already installed Spotify in there, you could also listen to our show through there while you're playing your favorite PlayStation 4 game. You could do that. Or if you have the Xbox One, download this app called Cast. And you could download that, search for Gamertag Radio, subscribe. And you could also listen to that to our podcast while you're playing your favorite games and stuff on the Xbox One. All right. So now we go to Parris. I know you have a pretty cool story about your trip and also an interview. So tell us what happened. What's going on?
Okay, so I went to San Francisco yesterday. It was a one-day trip. I went to an event for Watch Dogs 2. I got to play the game, and I got to interview the game director for the game. We'll play the interview right after I finish talking. But it's the trip was funny. First and foremost, I have to say, shout out to Diana. Love you. She invited me over to Astro. I got to go to the Astro's office in San Francisco, and I got to hang out there for a few hours and get a tour of everything. And, had to sign the NDA. I got to see some secrets, but it was cool. It was a lot of fun. And you know what? Love Astro, hate Astro, whatever. But to actually see the team that creates all these headphones and they do all the testing. I saw the whole customer support service. So I actually got to see the faces when people are calling and emailing in with all the angry stuff about this doesn't work, that doesn't work. I got to see the real people. It got humanized for me. So I can never complain about Astro again because there's some cool dudes over there. But it was interesting to go into their engineering department and just see the setup. I just saw all the A40s and A50s and other various materials, around there. And it was cool, man. It was really cool for that. So that was my morning in San Francisco. My afternoon, I wanted to meet up with a nameless Ubisoft employee, and we played a game of hide and seek throughout downtown San Francisco all afternoon. Because every time I'm like, I'm here, I don't see you. Where are you? And that went back and forth till finally I got to go to the event, and it was a little bit delayed. And here's the thing: like I said, I was there one day. Which, full disclosure, Ubisoft paid for my flight to San Francisco and back home. So I want to thank Ubisoft for inviting me to the event and taking care of my travel accommodations. But I have one tiny complaint, just one tiny complaint.
Here we go.
I was only there for X amount of hours. The event was delayed, so I didn't get the full time to play Watch Dogs 2. I only got to play it for 45 minutes, basically.
Okay.
And I had to go. San Francisco traffic, all that stuff to get to the airport. So we're going to play this interview with Danny Belanger. I hope I'm saying his last name correctly. He says it on the interview, but he's the game director for Watch Dogs 2. This is probably the quickest interview I've ever done in my life because I had to go. I had to leave. I ran out of time. So I do apologize for that. So why don't we play that interview really quick, and then I'll just talk about what I did get to play on Watch Dogs 2 after. Hey, it's Parris. I'm here in San Francisco. I'm at the Watch Dogs 2 event. Got a chance to play it for about an hour. Really excited about the game, so I got someone here to talk about it. Can you please introduce yourself?
I'm Danny Belanger. I'm the game director of Watch Dogs 2.
Yeah, thank you for taking a few minutes to talk to me. So like I said, I got a chance to play for about an hour, and it's San Francisco. This world is San Francisco. So talk to me about why you decided to pick San Francisco for this open world for the sequel.
I mean, when we looked at the different cities we could pick, we wanted to do some things for the game, like have a change of tone, bring a lot of color, and we wanted to talk more about technology. So San Francisco was a very obvious choice for us. I mean, it's colorful, it's bright, the culture, the counterculture, the birth of the new tech. A lot is done in Silicon Valley. So being a hacker in San Francisco was obviously a great choice for us.
Now, talk to me about this main character, because he came off with a lot of personality. I was having a lot of fun while I was playing with this character. So talk about him for a sec.
Marcus Holloway, well, he's a brilliant hacker. He's also very sociable. So Aiden Pierce in the first game was a bit like a lone wolf working, in a dark vengeance story. But Marcus is his idealist. He's in a group called DedSec, and together they're trying to expose wrongdoings done through technology. So yeah, it's about the internet culture, the hacker culture, but they're having fun doing it, and they're doing it with style as well.
Okay, now this is an open world game, but I started on the mission section that you had, so I was going through that, and you had a lot of tools to use in there. So kind of talk about some of the hacking tools and just some of the gadgets that you have when you go into these specific missions.
There's a lot to talk about. First thing, everything connected can be hacked. So every person has multiple options. So you can make their phone ring to distract them. You can change their profile to send the cops. You can change their profile to make them targets of mobsters. You can get rewards of them, contextual rewards. You can hack all the cars, like remote control the computer, make them go all over the place. The remote control ingredients in the city, cranes, forklifts, scissor lift. You also have gadgets, so the quadcopter, the RC jumper. You have mass hacks to affect everything in a radius around you, and you have network hacking. What is that? It's kind of a hacker view, so you see everything connected. So it's a way to become a better hacker. When you open NetHack, you can see all the ingredients. You can really plan out how to play, and that's for us was a way to help players being really good at hacking.
Now, I didn't get a chance to do this, but there's co-op in the game. So can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, it's seamless. So you're doing your solo adventure, and another DedSec member can cross path. And if you just press one button, and now you're in co-op. And we have an infinite system of missions that will be generated, so you can play basically as long as you want. But it's a member of DedSec, so being a more sociable guy in a group made a lot of sense to add co-op in the game.
Now, are you talking about the bounty feature at all? Explain it a little bit.
Well, the bounty is basically a cat and mouse feature. if you do too much trouble, there's a bounty on your head, and the other hackers will try to stop you. So it's asymmetric. So 3 versus the target, and you try to stop them. And depending on the amount of hacks each player has, it makes it more or less difficult or more or less crazy with playing with the system. But you have to catch the guy, and then you get a reward.
Now, final question. We know this will be on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC, but when PlayStation had their meeting, this was one of the games that they featured for the PlayStation Pro. So are there any features that you can talk about that Watch Dogs 2 will take advantage of the PlayStation Pro?
Well, obviously the guys will try to take advantage of the tech, but I can't talk about anything specific, unfortunately.
Okay, fair enough. And unfortunately, I'm out of time because I got to run to go catch a plane. But thank you for taking a few minutes to talk to me. Let everybody know when Watch Dogs 2 is coming out.
It's November 15. So like you said, on PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. So we're back here. Parris, was that quicker than the Bonnie Ross interview at E3? Okay. That was quick too.
Here's the difference. The Bonnie Ross one could have been 30 seconds, but it felt like it was 20 years because that's how nervous I was when I did that one. But this one, I mean, I would have loved to talk to Danny longer and get a little more in depth. But you even hear me say it towards the end of the interview. I was like, I got to get on a plane. I got to go. So it was short and sweet. So hopefully, down the road before launch, we'll get a chance to talk to someone else from Ubisoft about this game. Because like I said, I got 45 minutes with the game, which was nowhere near enough time to play this. I mean, really, this is something to get a true deep dive. You want a good 3-4 hour play session with this game. So that was unfortunate. Just bad timing and scheduling with the flights. But I enjoyed it. As you guys know, I didn't play the first Watch Dogs. I just had a weird feeling about it that I didn't think I'd enjoy it. So I was like, I'm going to wait before I pick it up. And then sure enough, early reviews came out and people it was kind of one of those things, people played it for a little bit and they put it down. So I never played it. So when they announced Watch Dogs 2, I watched some of the trailers, saw some of the preview stuff. Like, matter of fact, if you've watched that 20-minute developer commentary that's on YouTube about Watch Dogs 2, that was literally the mission that they did. I did that same exact mission on my own. And, like I said, it was way too short, but they didn't allow us to go completely open world in San Francisco. We were limited to a certain part of San Francisco. Like, I couldn't go across the bridge to Oakland, for example, things like that. But what I did get to play and what I did get to see, first of all, it was on a PlayStation 4. Beautiful game. Absolutely beautiful. First off. Controlled very well. The driving mechanics were good. The shooting mechanics were good. But the sweet spot with this game is all the options that you have with the hacking. And I didn't 100% get it down pat by the time my play session was over. But as I was starting to do that first mission, I was really starting to get into it, because that's the beauty of this being open world. You can attack these missions any way you want. There's no set path. All your gadgets are used to your disposal. So I was doing a scenario of, I was using my drone. I was using like my little car. I was distracting guards. I was like hacking into their phones and calling them. I was using the drone to like set off gas leaks where you can do certain hacks where you can basically frame anyone at any time and have the cops come. So I had the cops come and arrest the guy that was at the front gate to get him out of the way. And then all the guards, because the cops were causing commotion. And I sent my drone around the back, just stuff like that. But you can also do a thing with regular citizens where instead of calling the cops, you can call in rival gangs and they'll literally come in and do a drive-by. Crazy stuff like that. I was doing stuff, obviously this to me feels like Ubisoft's answer for Grand Theft Auto 5, because that was the vibe that I was getting from this. They're definitely trying to compete with what Grand Theft Auto 5 has established in the last few years. So, of course, I had to steal a car. I had to, ram into a police car, and I had all of the San Francisco PD after me, chasing me around the city, stuff like that, But like I said, only had 45 minutes. There were just so many other things I could have done in that game. So I'm really looking forward to the next time I get my hands on. So hopefully we'll get it for review, and then I can just give my 100 full impressions on it. But yeah, I enjoyed it for the limited time that I had with it.
I have a question. How was the soundtrack? Because, I know you mentioned Grand Theft Auto.
See, that's the thing. It was so quick. I don't know. I didn't even get to play around with it. I mean, I heard a few songs that sounded pretty good, but nothing that stood out. So much so, you know what I mean? Again, that's why I wish I had more time with it. I didn't get to play with stuff like that.
All right, cool. Any other questions, Pete? Or you're done?
No, because I was lucky enough to get some pretty decent hands-on time over at E3. So,
oh yes, you did. Yeah, that's
so
right.
It sounds like it's rounding out and getting ready to be a pretty solid game. And yeah, I kind of got the same vibe, Parris, where it's got that whole. It's not just this one game thing. It's there's going to be more to it as the years come. So my only fear is that we don't get maybe franchise fatigue. Hopefully they can do the 2 to 3 year type gap and they don't just try to shove nonstop Watch Dogs type titles every year. You know what I mean? I like how they're doing it now. They've got a couple of years in between title drops, so I hope they can just continue that.
Well, see, I would hope, and again, this is why I wish I had more time to talk with Danny to kind of get an idea of what they wanted to do future wise with with DLC content and everything. This, because look at what Rockstar has done with Grand Theft Auto 5. That game came out when? 2012? Has it been that long?
Has it been 2012?
I want to say 2012, 2013, something like that. But anyways, the point is that game is still relevant now because of the online component. In the interview really quick, I didn't get to do any of the co-op stuff or the bounty stuff. That wasn't available during the play session, by the way. But the fact that they have that co-op in there, they have the bounty stuff in there, if they add in more DLC and online component, just like with Grand Theft Auto 5, I mean, that world can live on for years. So you don't necessarily need to pump out a Watch Dogs 3 in 2 years. Give it 3, maybe even 4 years before you try and bring out a sequel to that. But we'll see. Let's let the game come out. This was just a preview so far. But once the game comes out and we get all the features on it, then we can speculate a little more, I guess.
All right. Well, thanks to Ubisoft, Parris. Great job with everything. And we're going to wrap it up. Head over to gamertagradio.com or play.it/gamertag. Listen to our past episode through there. Or you can find us on iTunes, Spotify, remember, PlayStation 4, Spotify also, TuneIn Radio, Stitcher, and other podcast directories.
Send us your feedback or questions. Give us a call at 786-273-7GTR. Email us at fanmail@gamertagradio.com or leave a message on speakpipe.com/gamertagradio.
And we're going to wrap it up here. But Pete, Parris, once again, congrats. We hit episode 600. We did it. And now we have to hit episode 700. I hope that will be soon. And so we'll see. And that's it. Anything else you guys want to say?
I think this weekend I'll be, once we record this next episode, coming out as episode 601, I'll be reviewing, and I hopefully I don't butcher the name, and I'm going to have to get confirmation with them, but it's Zixel. They sent us a wireless Wi-Fi router. It's AC2600 Armor Z2. Pretty interesting, and looking forward to seeing how that works and see how that compares against my Apple Extreme base station. So that'll be pretty interesting. Parris, I think Parris has got something coming up this weekend as well.
Yep. Parris?
That was it for me.
Okay, there you go. Until next time, we're out. Peace.
Thanks for listening to Gamertag Radio. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
Gamertag Radio.
What's your name, man? Where you from?
Kurt from Brooklyn.
Tell me, man, what game are you playing right now?
Mad Dash.
What do you think of the game?
I think it's nice. Very fun. With you and your friend.
Oh, you're playing 2-player mode right now. So what do you think of the Xbox so far?
Very nice. Better than the GameCube.
Better than the GameCube? So this November you're gonna get Xbox. If you're getting Xbox, what game are you planning to get?
I already reserved it, and I'm getting probably Gotham, NFL Fever, and Simpson Road of Rage.
Have you played Halo and Dead or Alive 3?
Yeah, I played Halo and Dead or Alive 3. It was nice. I like it.
Good. Think of the control of the Xbox.
Nice.
Pretty good?
Comfortable.
What do you think of the GameCube then? So far, any reaction, like what you've seen so far?
On the GameCube? Game Cube's like a system for kids, like for little kids, and that's it.
Yeah. Think of PlayStation 2 against none for the backup.
Nah, they got no chance against it.
All right, man. Thanks a lot, man. Yes, we're live over here. We're gonna get some feedback of Halo. What's your name? Where you from?
My name's Tucker. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. I live here in New York for the last 4 years.
All right. So you came over here to try out Halo. What do you think of the game?
Halo's amazing. It's everything they said it is. Apparently, it's been getting 10s across the board in all the magazines and websites, and it ought to be pretty obvious why. I think it's a great game. Right now, we have 4 different systems with, we just got our asses kicked, but that's all right because that's why it's a game, which is a good thing.
So you're planning to get Xbox?
Oh, hell yeah. Pre-ordered mine ages ago. Pre-ordered mine the day you could.
So what games you planning to get?
Halo, Air Force Delta Storm, and Project Gotham Racing.
So what do you think of the other games like Dead or Alive 3?
They're great. I played Dead or Alive 3. It's awesome, and I think it's. I mean, this system it just blows away anything that's available right now.
What do you think of the GameCube and PlayStation 2 right now?
Well, I played the PlayStation 2. I think it's a hyped up machine. I don't think that really like I have a Dreamcast, and I don't really see much of a difference. I think hype killed the Dreamcast. I think the PS2, by and large, it's starting to get some good games now, but the fact that it's been out over a year and now comes the good stuff really says a lot about what they're doing. I think Sony is a little bit prideful, and they really didn't plan very well. I think Microsoft came out and really took the excitement out from under them.
So what about GameCube? No words on that?
It looks like it's a very powerful system. Looks to be better than the PS2. However, it's still a lot of plumbers hawking the system. Not into the kitty shit at all. Whoops. Not into the. Oh, it's going to get beeped. But I think the GameCube is nice, but it ain't got dick on the Xbox.
What game are you looking forward in the future for Xbox?
Jaeger and Unreal Championship. Also Bloodwake. Very cool game.
What do you think of Sega working for Xbox?
I think it's fantastic, and I think the fact that the Xbox is the only system with a hard drive and that it's easy to develop for means that we're going to get some very interesting exclusive content
online for Xbox.
I love it. It's great. I think it's fantastic. Everybody will have Ethernet connection, so everybody will be playing. Right. It's not going to be 56K for one guy and then broadband for another. Everybody gets the good stuff. You got an 8 gig hard drive. This thing is made to kick ass. I mean, it's just awesome.
Any last words for other fans that haven't seen the Xbox?
You guys got to come out and see it. There are a lot of people out there who hate Microsoft because they've been told to hate Microsoft. Everybody uses Windows, and nobody really has it. Every once in a while you get a blue screen, but you get that on a Mac. You get that that's a computer. I think Microsoft's a great company. I think they have good products. They monopolize the industry because they have the best product. People went out and buy it. It's not like it's stuffed it down people's throats. But I think the Xbox. I think this year it's going to have a lot of competition in terms of Christmas sales. PS2 just got Devil May Cry and Metal Gear. I think next year and the year after, no competition. I think Xbox is going to win.
You know what's funny? That all these games right now are nothing compared.
They're nothing. I spoke to Jay Allard. I was here Friday night. We spoke for about 15 minutes, and he said these games don't touch anything what this machine can really, really do. Also, he said that on the official Xbox magazine, the DVD that came out this month.
I got it. It's pretty good.
Samus Blackley said that a T-Rex in Jurassic Park, the original, is made of 80,000 polygons, but it's the pixel shaders and the vertex shaders that make it look like it does, so realistic. And that's what the Xbox does specially. I mean, that's what it's made to do. So, I mean, this thing is just ready to...
Just wait and see, ladies and gentlemen. You'll see.
Forget about it. It's going to be awesome.
All right, but thanks a lot, man.
It's been great. You have a good one, right, G?
All right, man. Peace.